così simili, non so se giochiamo con qualche nazionale o giochiamo anche con qualche squadra.
Hello everybody, and a very warm welcome to you all from here in Ningbo as we get ready for the men's finals from the Men's Volleyball Nations League 2025. It's been an absolutely spectacular pool play. We've had 3 weeks of world-class competition, and it's gone right down to the last matches to find out who the 8 teams would make it through to the finals. And as such, this finals is particularly special. It's the first time that we've been in Asia for a finals, and there are quite a few firsts in that respect. It's the first time that Cuba have made it to the finals, although they're not here just yet. They'll be joining us very shortly, hopefully, and we can have a chat with Miguel Lopez, the captain. It's also the first time we've had 18 teams that have competed in the VNL, and no teams that were safe from relegation. And on that basis, we're going to ask a few firsts as well in terms of questions I've got for our players. Delighted that they can all join us. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you all for watching around the world, and thank you all in the room for being here as well. And we hope that this is a pleasant and informative and fun press conference before the nitty-gritty of getting down to winning some volleyball matches takes place. Now, on the basis of the firsts that we have, I thought I'd ask you guys a few first in terms of questions I've got for you. So they'll all be different. They're all just something to get a little bit of background, a little bit of sort of a feel for your volleyball, etc. So I thought I'd start with, for Jakob, actually, over in the back. Hello. When was the first time that you discovered volleyball?
Morning, everybody. Discovered volleyball. I think I've been watching volleyball since I remember, probably like 5 years old in the TV first. My mother was a volleyball player, not the pro, but the volleyball was present in my home since I was born.
After you said you watched all that volleyball, what was it then that got you into playing? Was it the fact that you watched it for that period of time, and the family then got you involved?
As I said, my mother was a volleyball player, so she encouraged me to try it. And after 1 or 2 weeks of trying it, I loved it so much that I stayed.
Thank you very much for that. Ricardo Bongier, your question, who was your first coach?
You don't remember anymore.
Good morning. Yeah, I always forgot, but my first coach his name is Tu Taon. he's a guy that works in the public place, because I started playing volleyball like on the streets basically. It's in a social place. Was men and women together, so it was like crazy place. So this is my historical first coach.
Fantastic.
他的第一位教练是他在，因为在巴西，他们当时就是打排球是在一个街头的一个环境里面。他的第一位教练叫 是街头的一个，不是一个专业的一个教练。
Rock, hello. My question for you is, who was the first volleyball player that you wanted to be like?
Good morning, everyone. I would say Wilfredo Leon for sure was one of my idols, and I always wanted to be like him.
And now you get to play against him. What's that like?
Yeah, I hope. I played against him a couple of times. It's scary sometimes because of his serves, but yeah, an incredible player, incredible person also out of the court, so I like to watch him a lot, and yeah, for sure. And when you play, you want to beat him, but I respect to him a lot.
就是主持人的问题是问他的那个第一位，他的那个篮球，排球的偶像是谁？是那个运动员然后他其实他的那个排球偶像，他在这次的比赛当中也会跟他有遭遇战，但是他对他是充满了尊敬，所以在这场比赛当中他也会竭尽全力。
Hevin, can you tell me what your feelings were when you went to your first professional practice training session?
这个问题是给到我们中国队的贺斌的。然后就是你能不能讲一下你第一次参加训练的一个感受是什么样的？
大家早上好。在我11岁的时候吧，在体校，当时就觉得，排球这个东西对于我来说是很新的，就是从未尝试过的。然后看他们垫啊什么的，我就感觉很好玩。然后呢，第一次尝试垫球、传球就觉得很难。但是呢，越难就会越有挑战，所以说就慢慢的喜欢上了这个项目。
Actually, my first time to came across with volleyball is when I was 11 years old at the sports school, and I saw those people there just playing volleyball. I found it's funny but challenging at the same time. So I give it a try. And it turns out to be really hard, but the more you play, the more I realize I love it.
I have a question also for him.
Go on then.
What were you thinking after my first training with you?
教练海宁教练给到贺斌的问题是，他说：“那你现在告诉我一下，你第一次在我的带领之下的那个训练是一个什么样的感受呢？”
因为他的训练方式吧，在我们国内是没有的，所以说就觉得很新颖。然后呢，也让我越来越爱上排球吧。就是反正他的初衷就是让我们喜欢上训练，让我们喜欢上排球。我觉得他做到了。
I think my coach Henning's way is so different from what I have experienced before, and it's so new, but I love it. And
He's smart.
his intention for me is like just to make our love the trainings, and I think he made it.
That was prepared. That was prepared before. We can tell that was prepared.
Of course it was. Well done. Look, these guys travel the world and they go from stop to stop. They showcase the best of volleyball to fans around the world, and they generally share rooms and will have a roommate. So my question for you, Simone, is who was your first international roommate when you travelled? Can you remember?
In senior team or?
Yeah, in the national team.
In senior team, not in
Okay.
My first roommate was, I think, Oleg Antonov. So I was with him with my first experience in national team, or maybe not, maybe Simone Anzani, because my first travel with the national team it was in Adelaide, Australia. So I was there like my first time in 2015, and my roommate was Simone Anzani, yes.
这个问题是给到我们意大利队的西蒙尼的，然后是问到他说，就是你还记不记得你在国家队的时候，第一次的室友是谁？因为这些队员他们经常都要进行一些国际巡回大赛，然后他给出的答案是说，他记得是在2015年最开始是在澳大利亚的比赛当中，他的那个。
Did you have a choice in that, in your room or not?
Obviously not, because when you're young in national team, you don't have choice in anything. So.
But now you do, right? Now you choose your roommate.
那就是你有没有权利来选择，就是比赛的时候你的室友是谁呢？当然没有。当你还是个年轻的新人的时候，你是没有资格来选择你的队友是谁的。现在呢有了。
If you'd like to tell, who's your best roommate? Who's the best person to share with? You don't have to if you don't want to.
It's difficult to say. Difficult question. But yes, now I'm with Galassi, so I am be focused on the present. So I stay very good with Galassi. Yes.
问他现在最好，他认为他经历过的最好的室友，他说是格拉菲。然后因为到现在还是他的室友。
Yuki. Hello.
Hello.
My question for you is, can you describe the moment, the feeling that you had when you were first selected to represent the national team? What that was like for you?
When I was 2 years ago.
For the senior team.
Sorry. Yeah, I was so happy to be in national team, and yeah, I was 8 years old, so it was amazing.
这个问题给到是，就是你第一次知道是谁的时候是个什么样的感受？他说就是我是第一次被选为就是国家队的成员队的这个队员，是我的年纪还很轻，只有19岁还是18岁，然后当时的感觉是非常的兴奋。
A lot of people think that to play volleyball you've got to be tall, you've got to be able to jump very, very high. There's a lot of misconceptions about volleyball. Benjamin, when did you first realise that actually height wasn't going to be an issue for you to become the great player that you are?
Hi everyone. Yeah, I mean for volleyball world, always the high is really important, and I remember that one coach, I was in the selection for the best player in France when I was 15 years old. Just told me that you're a good player. Technically you're strong, but for you it will be really difficult to make a career in the volleyball. And this sentence just stayed in my mind, and I just want to prove that even if I am not tall, I will do my best to make a career.
Vital, hello.
No question about my first roommate, I forgot. My first coach, I forgot.
Okay.
Okay, now we're coming.
Okay. When did you first realise that you were a better coach than you were a volleyball player?
I doubt if I'm a better coach or volleyball player. I'm not sure. But my story, I never want to be coach. I was always thinking coach is such a boring job. Till in my last year, I was fighting so much that I told to my club, I can do this better. So I really wanted to be a bit like Tonuti is telling about this revenge feeling, like, no, but this I can show you. I can show you that this can be better. So that was my idea. And my idea was only to be coach for 1 year. And then it became 2 years, and now it's, I don't know, 20 years or so. But I was always not more like the revenge thing. I can do this better. I think, and that's still there. I think there are a lot of players here. It's interesting. I checked that we have 4 setters, 3 outsides. We have a very smart guy, because a middle blocker as captain means that he's a smart guy. Yeah, I think they will be good coaches. I think coaches, we are good coaches, but the new players will be better. They know so much more. So I'm waiting for them.
主持人给到我们那个中国队主教练海宁的那个问题是说，你是在什么时候意识到你自己可能相较于一个运动员来说，你是一个更好的教练？然后海宁给出的答案是说，我从来没有这么想。对我而言哈，就是这个运动员一直是他心里面的一个，应该说是一个梦想或者执念。但是直到他当年在俱乐部打比赛的时候，到最后他都一直是在试图去说服我是一个很好的一个运动员。对他来讲，就是教练这个工作非常的无聊，让他觉得就是比较单调重复。但是他从他开始做上教练之后，从第1年、第2年这样一直干下来，是干到现在。但是直到现在，他心里面认为他自己还是一个非常好的一个球员。他同时在座的场上有这么多优秀的球员，这些球员就是他们将来都有可能成为很好的教练。
So on that basis, you put your money where your mouth is, essentially, Vita. You said, I think this can be done better, and you've gone and done it, which is really important, isn't it, to be able to keep the game moving on, and for players not just to take from the game, but then as coaches to give back and to create a new generation of superstars like we have sat around the table now. On that basis, you'll all know this, what was your first playing position? Were you always an outside? What were your first playing positions? We'll start with you, Rock, and we'll go down the table.
Actually, yeah, was always outside because I just wanted to hit the balls. I like to spike, and this was everything. But I tried everything else because when you are young, you start to play with the older ones, and I was like libero for sure. Then I was setter for maybe half a year, but I was not so good at it, so I switched back to spiking the balls, and I always liked to be outside hitter or also opposite hitter.
接下来问题是我们的运动员，他们第一次参加比赛，或者是开始打的时候是打的自己在排球比赛当中，然后我们这个评价的Rock是说，他第一次开始打的时候，到现在他主要都是打主攻的这样一个位置，中间他可能会就是打过2传，也打过这个边翼，但是主攻可能是他最想要做的事情。
Having done some setting then, you've got some real appreciation of the settings when the ball isn't quite how you want it, right?
Yeah, for sure. I just remember one episode that I went into a fight with one player when I was a setter, and I didn't want to set him the ball anymore. So I know that you have to be in good relationship with the setter all the time, and also, like you said, if the ball is not perfect, you try to adjust it, and you appreciate every ball that he gives to you.
因为刚才Rock讲到了那个打2传的这个位置的一个这个经历的时候，他说其实我后来就逐渐意识到，一定要跟那个2传手这个搞好关系，因为我自己在打2传的时候，我就非常不愿意把那个球给某一个运动员。然后我现在后来知道说你如果要打好比赛的话，必须要跟2传手搞好关系。
Before we go to what was your first playing position, or have you always been outside?
Yeah, I was playing outside, of course, and when I was 18 years old, I was playing set a little bit, but yeah, after I play on the outside.
史川的回答是说，我第一次打的时候就开始打主攻，在中间到在我18岁的时候，中间有打过一段时间2传，但是我最后还是打主攻。
Miguel, welcome. Hello. glad you could join us. We've been talking about firsts because the finals are here for the first time, and I've asked all the players a question on a first experience. And I have the same for yourself, and throw you straight in there. And the question that I have for you is, when did you first discover that you loved volleyball? When did you first find out, or first have a love of the sport? When did it hit you and you went, I love this game?
Good morning for everybody.
think the most important is try to enjoy the game. It is our sport is for me is very beautiful, and it's many years to everybody. Every day practice, hard practice, and difficult moments. So difficult travels. I don't know. It's our work, and the most important is try to enjoy. Yes.
问题给到我的8这个里边，我觉得问题是说，你是什么时候第一次意识到你是真正的爱上了排球这项运动？然后也就是说，它对我来讲就是享受排球运动本身就是一个非常重要的事情，它就是一场非常美丽的运动，我觉得花了大量的时间和精力投入其中，然后我最终是一直享受这项运动。
How old were you when you started playing? That you fell in love with the sport?
I have 9 years old when I started playing volleyball in Cuba. Yeah.
然后他第一次就是在9岁的时候，然后就接触到了排球，开始打排球，然后并且爱上这项运动。
And whilst I'm still chatting with you, what was your first playing position? Were you always outside or were you a setter?
My first position, outside. Always I play outside. So with the national team, sometimes I play to opposite, but always I play outside here.
然后米格尔他首次打的位置也是主攻，在美国家队的时候他曾经打过一段时间追忆，但是他现在始终都是在打主攻，是他最主要的。
There's no presumptions. What was your first playing position?
Yeah, maybe in France it's a little bit different, but we have like I started when I was 6, and until I was maybe 14, like 13, 14. We are playing a little bit older position. We are, and I think also for us as a French player is really important because we learn to play volleyball in different positions. Also, maybe for the how you feel on the court, for the vision. So I was playing a little bit older position, and then for sure when I go to the high school a bit, I start to play setter because for my height it was more easy and more normal. Yeah, I play some beach volley. I play World Championship under 17, I think. I was not really good. I have to say I was not really good. But we have some guy in the national team that I think can have good career in the beach volley. It will be a good challenge for them if they want to make some medal in Olympic also in beach volley. It's a big challenge, but yeah, I am not the best guy for beach volley, but for sure we have some good really indoor volleyball player who can be good in beach volley.
Me too. When we were young, we also play all the positions. And when we have the time to decide the position, I was starting to watch more volleyball, and I was watching Dante Amaral. And then I said I would be an outside hitter for sure. And since then, I'm outside hitter.
also want to be assistant coach. I tried to be 3 months assistant coach. I was the most terrible assistant coach. I cannot shut up. I cannot listen. So that I did it. I also was coaching for 3 years the national team of beach volleyball of Belgium. That was amazing. I really, really loved it to be a coach of beach volleyball. I found a fantastic experience. So that is maybe something I will ever do again. Yeah, but assistant coach, that's not mine.
When you, I know we're talking about you now as a coach, but when you played and you were a very good setter, was that the position you always wanted to be?
Oh, no. No, I was opposite when I was young. I was a very good opposite. You don't believe it, see? He doesn't believe it. But I realized when I was 15 years that I have no chance to be a good opposite. So that was my choice. I wanted to be setter because it was the only chance to play volleyball for me. I was not jumping high enough. Yeah, and I was maybe good in talking, so I thought maybe I have a chance as a setter. Tonuti, you recognize that? Were you good in talking also?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, like that's a quality, talking.
海宁教练他说那个就是他最开始打的位置其实也不是二传，他就一直是不太想打二传，但是呢，最后实际的那个经验过程当中，就是他这样的高度或者更适合打二传，而且他说他最不愿意做的一件事情是做助教，他曾经还有一段时间是也执教过那个沙滩排球队，但是他说做助教这个工作呢就比较的那个惹人烦，因为要经常要去吼啊或者指导啊这个运动员，所以他对这个工作是深恶痛绝。
Kevin, what was your first position?
I'm always a setter because I'm a small guy. My coach told me you're a small guy, just set. So I want to be a libero, but I'm not a good defender. So I always set.
贺斌呢，他一直就是打二传这样一个位置，因为就是他的教练曾经告诉他说，你这个个子就打二传比较合适。他曾经一度还希望自己可以打自由人这样的一个位置，但是呢，他发现自己的防守好像不太适合。
But now next training I will put him on libero. You will see next that we will try tonight. Tonight you're libero.
海宁教练说，下次可以让他试试自由人这样的一个位置。
Simone, what was your first position?
Yes, I play every role in volleyball because I started to play in Bolzano when I was 12, and there was a small society, and we were not so many players there, so we need to organize, to improve, to play everything. So yes, I start with outside hitter, but I play like opposite, libero, setter, middle blocker, everything.
西蒙伊在12岁的时候开始那个打排球，他最开始打的位置也是那个主攻，但是在他们当时的那个训练环境里面，因为那个排球的从事排球训练的人并不多，所以他几乎各个位置都打过。
And lastly, Jakob, was middle blocker your first position?
Yeah, from the very beginning I got to play in the middle, and I gotta say I hated it in the beginning. Like I couldn't stand not spiking so many balls, sitting on the bench half of the game. Like for the young guys, really tough to do those things. I only started to enjoy this position when I understood the game better, and each year I enjoyed it more.
就是我最开始一直打的时候就是打副攻这样的一个位置，但是实际上我是非常讨厌这个位置的，因为就是我绝大多数的时间都会在那个后场，而且就是我自己个人是非常想要控球，但是随着这个时间的经历，然后我逐渐意识到了副攻这个位置在球场上的重要性，然后我就开始爱上了这样的位置。
Jakob, there's a real joy, isn't there, when you jump and the opposite middle jumps with you and you don't get the ball and you can just look at them and smile, right?
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling for both of us when we are in the air and the game is somewhere else.
只是开玩笑说，但是你不觉得这是一种非常美妙的感觉？就是当你作为副攻手跳起来的时候，你的对手的那个副攻他可能会跟着你一块儿跳起来，然后那个我们的运动员就讲说，确实在空中，我们发现一起跳在空中的那个感觉是非常美妙的。
We're going to move to questions from the floor in just a moment. I just want to finish up and talking about the joy that you get. As setters, is there a real joy for you in a particular element of the game? For example, if you get somebody a 1 on no one, is that a moment for you where it's like, yes, start with you, Benjamin. Is that your joy?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's the same for every position. It's the same for the libero, and he's doing incredible defense without block or some like crazy action. We have to, as a setter, we have to enjoy this situation when we are setting a good ball for the spiker. If he's without block, it's even better feeling. But the most important, I think, for the setter is to play good the team, and this is, I think, my philosophy and why I love so much this position.
And for you, Simone, what's your joy?
Of course, I agree with Benjamin. I think the most important thing is at the end the ball goes down for my team. So because sometimes the block is 1 versus 1, but the ball doesn't go down. So the important thing is that at the end the point is for my team. So.
然后主持人问到一个问题说，对二传手来说，是不是在你那个传球的过程当中，发现对方他们可能没有意识到你要传给谁，而你把这个球成功的传给了你想传给的人，是不是很爽？他说那个两位的那个二传手他们都说确实，就是但是我的本杰明说他对他来讲，就是所有在场上他的动作都是会那个以队伍的利益为根本的出发点，所以这个个人的这个感觉可能要特别其次，然后包括我们另外一位二传手也是这样一个态度。
Kevin, is your joy the same, or is your joy coming from doing something right that the coach tells you?
他的意思就是说，在那个传球的时候，就是可能对方他没有意识到你要传给谁，而你你比如说你的同样的那个你们队的队员，他可能没有，他也跳起来了，但是你把球传给另外一个人了，就这个时候只要是为了自己队伍的这个利益，是不是都还挺好？他说那你是不是都是完全是按照场上教练对你的这个安排？
She's giving the answer already.
确实是的吧，就是在赛前我们做了很多准备，都是为了这个比赛，就包括在场上，就是也会时刻想起教练给我布置的这些任务。确实他说的都是很对的，就是在场上我这么传的效果确实是很高，所以说就继续去听他的去做，就准没错。
Actually, most of the time I just follow the advices from my coach because it has been just right.
Yes, a very good answer. Well done. Just one word answer from Rob, from Yuki, from Ricardo, and from Miguel. Free net or blockade?
Free net.
Free net or blockade?
Free net.
Free net? Free net, there we go. Players just want to hit the ball hard. They all want a free net.
OK， 他问到这几位那个主攻手都是问同样一个问题，就是说你是愿意那个自己的那样打呢，还是怎么着？他们最后都选择的是同样的一个答案，打 free net。
Just to add to that though, when it's against somebody that you know very well and you do go block out, that's a great feeling too, right?
For sure, for sure. Yeah, the best when you play against some opponent. Yeah, for sure, the best feeling when you play against somebody you know each other, maybe for a long time. You play in the club together like this. It's the best to find some even more motivation against him and do a block out to him.
And for you, Yuki, who do you like to go block out of the most?
Yeah, block out is a very, very good thing, and some player they know me, so when I against them, I do block out.
就是问到这几位主攻手，就说当你遇到你那个熟悉的，或者是说可能是同一个俱乐部的队员，但是在代表不同的队伍的时候打比赛的时候，其实这个时候会更有动力一些，他们都表示是这样。
Ricardo, who did you love getting block out of the most?
I think when you have a big opposite in front of you and you just can go the soft touch in the line and it's the block out and you have the feeling that like you won the fight and also the block gets like he used me, so I like this feeling when we use the big blockers.
就是也是说，就是在场上的时候，跟我熟悉的或者说我相识的运动员在打比赛的，他来扣球，然后我成功的防守了，这个感觉是非常爽。
Same for you, Miguel. Who do you like going block out of the most?
Like Ricardo, I prefer big opposite, but I think that it's more easy to try to touch the ball in the high level. Yeah. Outside the court.
问到我们这位古巴球员的时候，就是也是在问他，如果是谁的进攻你如果成功难防的话，会是比较开心。他提到的这个叫
Last question then for Vital. How much do you hate your blockers getting tooled for block out?
Oh, but that's not. I think block out is a part of the game. Yeah, like what he is telling in that spike, you can do nothing. Yeah, if he's a guy spikes high in the block, you say always, nice. So that is not my. There I have no. I think we have to accept block out as part of the game. But my question for them was, if you hit block out, you look to the blocker.
I usually don't like to look. It's more like an internal feeling.
Bit of peripheral vision.
Yeah, no, I don't provoke that much. When
But
I play,
I mean, if it's a friend, if it's a friend on the other side, you
yes.
look.
If
Yes,
friend,
that's
yes.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
If it's your friend, you will look to him like,
Yes.
ha ha ha, not to others, but to your friend, you will look. I think.
yeah, friend, yes.
也是在这种就是难防的这种交流过程当中，如果是遇到教练的时候，教练他是对我们来讲是难出射的，是一个好事儿，就是打球打过来我们难出射。但是如果就是发现这个人是你熟悉的朋友的时候，那种感觉就非常特别了。
Great, thank you ever so much for that, guys. We're going to open the floor to questions now from the audience, and then if we've got enough time, we have a few fan questions as well that we'll try to get through. So, over to
现
the
在媒体朋友
floor.
们可以提问，
If you want to raise a hand, whoever has a question.
如果你有问题就可以举手示意我。
All these people here and no questions? Hey, yes, please.
It's for me, sorry, no start. That's how we're trying to show this.
这应该是我们中国，我要提问海明。这应该是我们中国，这应该是我们中国第一次打到这个总决赛了。现在感觉怎么样？我们在国外待了将近有1个多月的时间，整体的这个氛围还有目前的状态怎么样？
Okay, this is actually the first time we have just been the Team China to participate in the finals, and we have been traveling a lot and play a lot. How do you just fit in right now?
I mean, how do we feel? I mean, I feel a bit strange here because you know that China was not qualifying, so I feel like we're sitting here between the best teams in the world. Yeah, for us it's much more learning to be in a final, and I hope that my players can play good and have this feeling like yes, that they really are part of it. Yeah, we have a different idea than everybody else, I think. I think it will be so interesting finals because the ones who were last week in Gdansk, they saw that, for example, Cuba played amazing. Yeah, and then I think like, here can happen something this weekend where in my eyes 7 teams can win. Yeah, so in that way, how do we feel? We feel a bit special. That's how we feel.
然后就我个人而言啊，就是中国队，因为我们是作为东道主球队这样一个身份，参加到总决赛来说，对我这个感觉是非常特殊的。你想想看，我现在是跟全世界最好的队伍，我们同台竞技，所以我一直在跟我的队员说，我们最重要的一件事情到这个地方是来进行学习，是来享受。我真真切切的希望我的队员们，他们能够成为融入这个赛事的一部分，然后来感受。而且还有一件事情就是，我们可以看到台上的就是其他的这些队伍，他们都会给予我们很多学习的一些机会。
Anybody else? Yes.
大家好，我是来自宁波报业集团国传中心的记者。然后呢，欢迎大家来到宁波。想对各位国家代表来提问，尤其是斯洛文尼亚、法国、波兰和中国的5位代表，不好意思。因为各国代表队来到宁波之后，其实很多粉丝都在街头和大家有所偶遇。同时呢，不知道有没有各位在这个中国的各种社交媒体上刷到过各种大家的颜值混剪早视频？想问一下各位对此有什么回应，然后有没有什么想对粉丝说的话？
I'm from the Ningbo media group. Actually, my questions goes to the representatives from Slovenia, China, and France and Poland. You see, the atmosphere here is quite warm-hearted. and we see a lot of supports from the fans. And and we have came across some fans and it told me they just came across you over the past few days. And did you see that? And how do you feel about that? Is there any message you want to pass on to them?
Yeah, it's always nice to travel and to see how people love volleyball in all the world, and we see when we arrive directly in China that is a passion for volleyball, and we are just waiting now to play a game, and I hope the gym will be full and it will be a nice atmosphere.
对我们而言，就是能在世界各地看到这种对排球有真正热爱的粉丝来说，都是一件非常享受的一件事情。这一点，我们从我们抵达中国、抵达宁波，我们就已经感受到了。所以我期待说，就是在接下来的比赛当中，我们希望我们看到我们整个的那个赛场是一个满员的一个状况，而且我们会有一个非常好的比赛氛围。
Yes.
Oh, from.
Good morning. I'm a journalist from the Beilun District Media Center. I'd like to ask the Brazilian team a question. Your first match will be against China, and with just 2 days, you'll be training in Beilun and the start of the competition. How does the team plan to use this time to prepare? And also, how are the players adjusting to the local climate and venue facilities? Thank you.
Okay, first of all, about the game, we know for sure that we're going to face a full crowd cheering for China. So we're going to be like amazing atmosphere. I think every player likes to play in this type of thing with the full crowd, everything. So I think this will be amazing. The facilities here is really good. I'm really happy with the room. I think the most important for us players is the room and the food, because we need to rest and to eat, so it's the most important. And about the gym, we're gonna discover today in the main practice, but I'm for sure that from the outside, that's gonna be an amazing gym. So we are here for 1 day and a half, so far it's being really good.
给到巴西队的这个问题是讲说，就是他们因为他们是中国队首场要对战的这样一个队伍，他们是如何来准备这场比赛的？同时，他们对于当地就是我们宁波北仑当地的这个天气是如何来适应的？然后他们因为刚刚才抵达了1天，然后今天也去到了就是将要比赛的那个场馆。首先，这个场馆的设施非常棒，也是一个非常一流的场馆。但是其次呢，就是因为对这个环境还在适应当中，我们当然是期待说，他说我们当然期待说这个赛场的环境会非常好，我们也期待有很多的观众能来看。如果能够是一个全员接满的状况，当然是我们会非常兴奋。
Next question. Who else has a question? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller. No? Okay. Right. No more. Okay. Last wall. Very close.
宁波日报记者想提问一下王鹤斌，就是在北仑比赛，就是作为主场东道主选手，那么场地啊，包括助威和观众会不会成为自己比赛中的一种助力？
My question goes to the Hebing. So since Ningbo is a host and now you're just in Ningbo, how do you think the fans' reactions and is there will just become like a support or your momentum to play?
首先作为东道主来说的话，我们占据了天时地利人和吧，所有的为我们就是呐喊助威的观众都会成为我们的动力。 同时呢，也是给我们一种就是鼓励嘛，然后我们在场上就能感受到我们自己在自己的家门口打比赛，所以我们会更全力的做好准备，然后呢去打好这场比赛。
Of course, as a host, we can feel the support from the fans, and absolutely, their support will become like impetus for us to fight more even harder.
Thank you. Anyone else? Did you have another question? No. Okay, so no more questions from the floor. We've got a few minutes left. We've got some fan questions, which I'm going to ask you. Janelli, starting with you, Simone. Italian food is lovely. Italian cuisine, and one of the fans has asked, in your team, who would you trust to cook for the whole team? Who's the best cook, do you think?
I think me. I can cook very well, so I think I trust in myself, and I will cook for my teammates.
接下来的这些问题呢，是他们在社交媒体上那个筛选过来一些问题，就有人问到那个就是我们西蒙尼，就是如果我们都知道意大利的这个美食是享誉世界，那如果说在队里边要挑一位来为大家做饭，你最信任谁？你觉得他做的最好？西蒙尼说，我觉得就是我自己啊，就我做的最棒，我做的最好，我最相信我自己。
What's your favourite? What do you like to cook?
Well, for sure, I can cook very well pasta, yes. So a lot of pasta and a very different type of pasta. Maybe carbonara is one of the best, but also matriciana and something like this. But also pasta pomodoro is with tomato. It's very easy, but it's difficult to make it good. So you have to be experienced.
对我来讲，我最擅长做的呢，就是各种各样的意大利面。但对其中有一样是那个西红柿酱意大利面。这可能对很多人来说，这个看上去很简单，但是做好很难，大道至简。
Bear in mind these are fan questions, okay? Rock. The question is, if you were stranded on a desert island, not what 3 essentials would you like, but which 3 players would you want with you? Or maybe which 3 wouldn't you want?
No.
This is a difficult question, but since I don't know so much the other players, I would choose my own country. One of the guys that I know is he's good in difficult situations, and I would trust him is Janko Zamernik, my roommate, so for sure I would take him. Anybody else? Now we have a lot of young guys that like to play PlayStation and this stuff, so I would not take them for sure. The Tine Urnau that is not with us, the captain, for sure one of the most experienced guys, and he saw a lot of the world, so he will be the guy to know how to do the things in maybe some desert island to find some things. So these 2 guys, and Gregor Opret for the company, because he's a very funny guy, and I think will be boring there, and for sure I will take him to have some fun with these 3 guys.
然后就是问到那个 Rock 的这个问题是说，如果你被困到了那个沙漠里面，你有3名朋友或者队员可以带上，你愿意带谁？他选择的第1名是他的那个室友。而因为我认识他很长时间，我们也有很多年轻人，但是我们觉得不太靠谱。第2名是他们的队长，因为队长非常有经验，他的室友和队长都非常善于就是处理这种困难环境里面的问题。第3名他选择的是那个也是他的一位队友，他这位队友呢，他是单纯就是因为他是一个非常有趣的人，我想困在沙漠里会非常的无聊，有他在一起，有他的陪伴，我觉得我们会觉得更有趣一点。
We heard from Simone to say that he has the talent of cooking, which is away from volleyball. Hebin, what talent do you have that's not volleyball related? No, you're okay, Miguel, not you. It's for Hebin.
贺斌，就问你的问题来说，就是咱们撇开排球不谈啊，你觉得你还有啥特长？
我特长。
因为之前说西蒙尼是非常擅长做饭，他有问您在这方面，你其他方面你有些什么特长没有？
那我也挺擅长做饭，其实。
I'm really good at cooking too.
Okay, great. Right, what have we got here? We've got one more. It's for you, Jakob. It's the question from the fan is: of all your hairstyles that you've had, which has been your favourite? Probably the one you've got now, right?
Yeah, I struggle a little bit with the hair because I try a lot of stuff, and after all of those hairstyles, I figure that the short hair just fits me the most, and probably I will stick to it.
就是球迷问到的问题来说，就是你最喜欢的发型是什么？他其实我之前也尝试过各种各样的发型，但是我最后发现可能短发还是最适合我的。我估计以后一直也会留短发。
It's fair to say that all of you have had different hairstyles over the years to go with the fashion. So, but as a coach, you don't care, right? You don't care.
I was this morning, the whole morning in front of the mirror.
I know you care about it now because you haven't got much left. But in terms of how a player, it's all about how they play, not how they look, right?
If that may. my hairstyle changed to gray hair. Like as a player, I had other color, and then the coach, from starting to coach, my hair was getting gray in like 5 years. I think that was my change of style.
问到海宁教练说你的发型的变化是什么？他说对我来讲，就是我还挺重视我的这个发型的，但是自从我那个开始做教练，过去5年，你看我头发唰就一下变灰了。
Well, look, guys, you've all got games to play, pretty important games, and it's fair to say only 2 teams have not played each other so far in this VNL. The rest of them have played against each other, so they have a little bit of history. They know what's going on. But that said, the quarterfinals are going to be incredible, and it's probably one of the closest VNLs we've ever had. Certainly the highest level VNL. It just gets better and better with each year, and really, in terms of who's going to win this, we really don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. We've got some wonderful volleyball, which will all be live on VBTV. We do hope you'll all be joining us for that. Without further ado, my thanks very much to the players and to Vital for your time this morning. We know it's precious. Thank you so much. The fans and the audience here really appreciate it. So thank you very much for that. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for those of you watching. And we do hope that you enjoy the volleyball that will be taking place this week here in Ningbo. But from all of us here for now, it's time for us to say goodbye.
就是接下来呢，就是我们这个赛事就会正式开始了。就是在之前，我们这些所有的队伍，他们之间几乎都互相打过比赛。然后但是在真正的这个较量是在接下来的这个比赛当中，我们才会看到。也非常感谢各位能来出席我们今天的那个新闻发布会。现在是我们该道别的时候了，希望大家能够享受我们的这个赛事。
And just before the players leave, can we just get a quick Ussie, I think it's called now, isn't it, for all of us?
I don't know.
Ussie, was it? Well, it's not just me, is it? It's not a selfie. It's an Ussie.
All of you?
Can we get
I'll sit over it.
Come. Oh.
I don't know if it will work. It's only you. It's still only you in the picture. It's a picture and it's a background. It's a background for everybody. Yeah, it's only you still. That's why. You can all just all pie. Players are
Yeah, really good.
Ready? Miguel, shortest at the front, Miguel. Oh, there you are. Well done, everybody. Thank you all very much and good luck this week.
Oh, can you please do for
Yes. Very good. Very good. This is like some, at least I see questions coming. I see things starting. I don't know if they understand it, but I know this is also a science. You can use it for other things. Show follow. Oh, but I don't agree with that.